And this is the kind of licensing options or the tier that we have. So we call it a stock keeping unit and also known as tier. So there are many features that are available in your premium. The premium has got all the features, including the private only deployment and the session recording. So these are the very high secure options, and session recording helps you with auditing and any need where you have to record the session. And if you look at here, you can also have the option to disable the copy paste, and you can do that only in standard and premium. And you can also get the audio output of your virtual machine in all the different SKUs. And there are many different options that does not support. You can connect to Linux, and you can connect to Windows using RDP in developers queue. And in the standard SKU, you also have the option to connect to Windows VM using SSH. That's interesting, right? Command line connection to Windows Server is also supported in standard SKU and the premium SKU. And one more important thing is this shareable link is many used by many customers these days, and this option is available in standard and premium. There is one more option called Kerberos authentication, Windows Active Directory based authentication. That option is available from basic and the higher tier. Each of these demo one by one, and we'll also talk about shareable link, session recording, the customer ports, and all those stuff. So I'll explain these one by one. But first, let's see the Azure Bastion stuff. It is getting created. So I'll show you how it looks like and where exactly you can just do this. And let me show it here in one of the existing Bastion. And if I go to Bastion, you will see many options here. You have the connect option. So you can just enter the IP address of the system which you want to connect in that particular location. See, let's say if I know the public IP, I mean private IP address, I can just go and directly copy and enter that. And there is one more option. You can also use the connect and the Bastion option here itself. So that way you don't have to enter the IP address if you're connecting it from the virtual machine list. You also have an option here to connect. So this option will directly take us to username and password, and we will be able to directly connect. So nowadays, there are a lot of use cases where we need to allow the end users or the contractors to connect to our system for a particular span or a particular duration, maybe only when they have activity or when they want to do some development activity or when they want to make some changes, do some installation or configure some application. We can just give them time bound access for that particular contractor. So we can create a shareable link within the Bastion, and we can use that particular link for accessing this virtual machine. I just have to copy the link, and I don't have to log into Azure portal for the shareable link. It will directly ask us the credentials, username and password, and I will be able to access it directly from here. Okay, so this is how the shareable link feature works. It is a pretty much good one. Let me just go one step back and then enter the credential. Okay, just copy that. We'll close this connection. Okay, so you can also use SSH for Windows as well. Okay, so that is there since your standard SKU, and for premium also you can use the SSH option, but that will allow you to just connect on the command line. So now these are the options that you can explore, and by default the copy and paste and even the IP based connections are allowed. And even if you want to use the native client, I can also do that. It is pretty much straightforward, and it's still updating. And let me show one option here in the UK South Bastion. And yeah, so here I can see this. Okay, let me try to go to the sessions and then see which are the current sessions that are there. If there are some connections here, I mean someone is connected, it will show the list of connections. For example, let's say and copy this link. Yep. So I'm able to completely log in, and I will be able to see that particular session now under the session section. So if you want to just delete this connection, you can also delete this connection. So that way that particular connection gets terminated. And you can also see that how the connection has been accessed now using the shareable link. Bastion Shareable Link. BSL stands for Bastion Shareable Link, and we have used the RDP protocol and we have used the private IP address to connect to that particular VM. And you can also go and check few more things. You can also, under the monitoring, you can also see how many connections are being made and what is the Bastion connection status, whether it is being accessed heavily. I could see there is a connection here, and I can also see the number of sessions on the Bastion. I could see that there are some 3 connections that has happened very recently. So all the 3 connections we did it. So it's there.